And welcome back, my fellow fiends, to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Since last time, I've managed to accomplish some things that will hopefully make the upcoming boss fight go a lot more smoothly. First off, I've increased my level to 19 and learned the healing spell Medea, which hits my entire party. That will be immensely useful for the upcoming fight. Before we head into it, I'm going to equip the Magatama Hifumi, which will give me a nullification against force, which is also something I really want. I managed to get a level up for Nozuchi, who learned counter, and actually got a new demon. I did find a fusion for Huapo. It's decidedly less cute, but definitely much more powerful, and I was able to get Rakukaja onto it, so we will be bringing him into the party. Also, a nice thing is that he resists physical, and he's only weak to ice and expel, which is something that I don't have to worry about at all for the upcoming fight. Just before we head in, make sure I'm topped off. I also bought a couple of chakra drops, and I actually did trade in my gem for a chakra pot, the sapphires. And the reason is, even though I do have a pretty good supply of MP, I don't know how long the fight will go on for. And even then, having the chakra drops will allow me to be able to restore B-Corn's MP after he's maxed out Tsukukaja's, and then he can do some Tarukaja's as well. Blob also has Rakunda, but that's not going to be as useful because, well, the boss we're going to be fighting has a counter for that. But, with that out of the way, I'm feeling pretty confident. This is a pretty decent setup. Let us through, man. Also, I don't know if you saw it in my skill set, I also got Ice Boost on, so Ice Boost and Fire Boost are boosting the power of both of my spells pretty decently. And I really don't want to waste any MP on these guys, so I'm just going to beat down on them. I actually did confirm that Lullaby does not give, or the sleep status does not give guaranteed criticals. I could have sworn it did. It at least did in Raido Kuzunoha, but not in this game, unfortunately. It does seem to have a significantly higher chance of giving critical hits, though. Alright, once we head through this door, the flames of the candelabrum of sovereignty begin to flicker again. But let's be reckless. Let's head on. It can't. This guy says it's the Grim Reaper, but it can't be anything that bad, can it? Yeah, and once you pass this point, you cannot get out of this fight. And thus, we are thrown into battle with Matador, one of the most infamous bosses in the game. For this reason, Red Capote. Red Capote is an incredibly nasty spell that maximizes his accuracy and his evasion. And it's not very fun to deal with. As well, he also has Mazan, which is why I equipped Hifumi and brought in Izuchi. That will take care of some of his press turns. Now, we're going to spend the first few turns buffing up, because we will get destroyed if we just try to take this guy head-on. Now, I believe I mentioned in the last video, but this guy has the spell Dekunda, which removes all debuffs from him, so debuffing him can be pretty futile, because he can use it at any time. Now, I was able to get a couple extra Deikaja rocks, as the Isoras I fought dropped corals, which are one of the gems you need to trade for them. So let's get rid of his Red Capote. As you can see, he hits really hard, so we're really going to need to maximize those Rakukajas. As well, I don't have an infinite supply of Deikaja, so the reason I'm maxing out Sakukaja is to be able to counter his Red Capote. Now I can start getting in some of my own hits. As you can see, he used it again. Luckily, our Rakukajas are beginning to add up. Thankfully, he does not have Deikaja, so he cannot counter your Rakukaja buffs. I will use a medicine on Bicorn. And put up the final Sakukaja. Now our accuracy and evasion can match his. Okay. Now start throwing up Tarukaja. The reason is I don't really have any access to great magic, so I'm going to have to buff up my normal attacks to be able to do any good amount of damage to him. And we'll throw a Chakra Drop on Bicorn. And continue to get up more of those. I'll be able to get up 3 of them, which should be enough. Alright, throw down another Medea. And after this, we should be able to go on the offensive. And I am going to use another Deikaja Rock on him, because he doesn't always immediately reuse Red Capote, so... Oh, well, I got him lucky that time. So we'll throw down another one. It really isn't necessary to use Deikaja at this point. It is kind of futile to try and completely get rid of Red Capote from the equation, but it's always worth trying, at least. But as you can see, with all these buffs, I'm doing pretty good damage to him now. Yeah, it looks like he's not having it. Ah, now this is a pretty annoying attack. Taunt. It lowers our defense by 2 stages. A nice trade-off is that it raises our attack by 1 stage, so our attack has been maxed out. However, I don't have any way to get rid of the defense debuff. Well, actually, hold on. I believe buffs and debuffs work a certain way, but let's just see. Got one more of these. Okay, yeah, so I can just recounter it with Rakukaja. Ooh, he's not happy about me trying that. Ooh, now this is a nasty one. His unique physical attack, Andalusia. Oh, but I beat him! Wow! I'm actually surprised. I beat him way sooner than I was expecting. Okay, so, yeah, I get annihilated by completely random jobbers constantly, but against one of the toughest fights in the game, I do pretty okay. I was not expecting the fight to go by that fast. What do you got for me, Nozuchi? Okay, that was pretty good. And Nozuchi is evolving. And we got the Candelabrum of Foundation. But yeah, that fight is incredibly difficult when you don't expect it. Hmm. The Labyrinth of Amala. Huh. That must have been the attendant to that man in the wheelchair. But yeah, I'm actually shocked at how well that fight went. Usually, for anyone who's not expecting it, it goes pretty horribly, and even when you know what to do, it can still be a very rough fight. I did not expect to win it that fast. No, we actually killed him. I was expecting I would at least lose that fight once, but no, I won. Uh, of course, there's still the chance that I'll get wiped out by some completely random nobodies, so let's just go back and save. Which of these skills do I want? As you can see, Shiranui can also teach us Taunt. Maybe. Ooh, decisions. You know what? I'll take Taunt. Oh, actually, no, wait. I'll go with Tornado. Not because of anything wrong with Taunt, it's just the things here cast Force, and that would not be nice to hit with. So, they said that we can now access a place called the Labyrinth of Amala, and level up. I'll put another point into Vitality, since that's always useful. And Tornado. Now this is a tough choice. Tornado is a very powerful skill, but it's also very expensive. At the same time... You know what? On my first playthrough of the game, I had used the ice and electrical skills. But you know what? This time, I'm gonna invert that. I'll use the force and fire skills. Get rid of ice boost, since I can at least keep the coverage for now. Let's see what Hifumi has for me. Numb. So yeah, that's an example of Magatama doing something negative. B-Corn learned Bright Might, which gives him a higher crit rate and better physical attacks on a full Kagutsuchi. But with that out of the way, let's head back to the save point. But yes, they said that we could access this place called the Labyrinth of Amala. I wonder if it has any connection to the Amala network. Whatever the case, sounds like a pretty dangerous place. I mean, the Amala network gave me plenty of trouble, but... Well, guess we won't know until we get there. But yeah, Matador. First time you fight him, you'll probably have no idea what he's capable of or how to beat him. But if you know what to do, apparently he's incredibly easy. I just found that really bizarre, because even when I did know what to do, I still lost the fight once in a replay through of the game I did. I'm really surprised. But heading back to the terminal, we actually find out that we have a new destination to teleport to, the Labyrinth of Amala. But we, well actually, you know what? I'm just debating on what I should do. Make a safety save here. Could head to the Labyrinth of Amala first, or we could head towards our destination. You know what? I'll head towards our destination next. We'll go to the Labyrinth of Amala later. For now, I'm going to head to Ginza and heal up, and then I'm going to get back to where we were. I'll do that off-screen. And Pixie got a level up and learn the Lucky Find skill. Locates treasure on world map. Nah, not that useful. But what is useful is that the next skill High Pixie is going to be learning is Trafuri. Unexpectedly got that level up, but this is close enough to where we were going to be. Anyways, next level up, Pixie is going to get the skill Trafuri, which allows you to run away from battles guaranteed. Which in this mode, where you cannot run away from battles at all, is pretty handy. So we'll be leveling her up until she gets that. Another cash cube here. And a smoke ball, which is the same thing as Trafuri, just in item form. Also useful. Anyways, even though we've defeated the boss, there's still quite a bit to the Great Underpass of Ginza. Can't get to Ikebukuro too easily, now can we? Now, you may be wondering what's the difference between fire and force and ice and electric magic. And the difference is that ice and electric magic can inflict these unique status ailments, which you've been seeing. Just gonna explain this over the fight. You've seen the shock ailment and the freeze ailment, which are functionally pretty similar, although I think freeze lowers the enemy's defense slightly. The trade-off for fire and force, that they don't inflict any ailments, is that they have boosted damage. So fire and force do more damage. You didn't get a chance to see it, but fire breath was doing a lot more damage compared to ice breath, even when I had both of the boosts. And we actually didn't get a chance to see tornado yet, but it's not a particularly great area to use it in. Hopefully I'll get a chance to show it off. Okay, let's open it up. A bead chain. That's actually pretty useful. I've got 3 of those now, and I can sell them and pick up the Magatama that I missed, Kamuda. Got another encounter coming up. But yeah, we've been taking a pretty off the beaten way to get to Ikebukuro, and even when we get there, we still have the Labyrinth of Amala to check out, so it's gonna be a while before we meet Gozu Tenno, I'm just gonna tell you that. Alright. Another small terminal here. And this is just mentioning a mechanic I already mentioned before. Small terminals can return you to large terminals. We'll overwrite my safety save file here. Okay. That taken care of, let's continue on our way. Luckily, there isn't too much of the Great Underpass of Ginza left, as far as I remember. I think this is the final stretch. It is kind of strange. You'd think after you defeat Matador, that would be the end of it, but apparently not. Actually, this is a good chance as any to show off Tornado. As you can see, it costs 25 MP, but it does heavy damage compared to the light damage of Fire Breath and Ice Breath. Now, this is a bit wasteful, but let's check it out. Not bad. And I do have a spare chakra drop from the Matador fight. Oh, is this guy begging for mercy? Let's take him on. That's a good deal, honestly. Haunt demons can't be negotiated with, so we got a free demon. Let's check him out. Ooh, he's level 20. And he learns Deikija. That would have been nice to have in the earlier fight. But whatever. It would have required even more grinding just to get him. I wonder his Chatter Skulls were kicking my ass off screen, though. They're level 20 compared to my, at the time it was like level 16. Yeah, I was also surprised at how quickly Matador went down, because he's actually a level 30 demon, which is significantly higher than what we are now. That's actually what makes Matador so tough, is that himself, as you saw, he's not particularly threatening, but at this point in the game, you don't have a great number of options to actually prepare for him. So, like, the average player who didn't know what was coming up, it would take quite a while to figure out how to take on Matador. And indeed, the first time I played the game, it took me about 3 or 4 tries to figure him out. And it did involve some grinding, but it was roughly the same as what I did in this playthrough, which is I actually got to level 20, and from there I had recruited Fornius, or fused him rather. I thought that was a switch, but it was just a piece of scenery. And I did have a slightly stronger team, and that attempt went very smoothly. But I was surprised I beat him first try. No jokes here. This is actually the first recording for this video. I was actually really worried about the fight, because this whole time I had been getting killed by fairly benign random encounters, honestly. And I was thinking, man, is this mode actually harder than I remember it? Or was it just because I wasn't under the stress of recording that I didn't notice it? But no, I had a solid strategy for defeating Matador, and it all went well. Surprising how things turn out sometimes, isn't it? Ooh, it'll be full Kagetsuchi just as we get here, which is good, because I saw a Mystic Chest. Let's take it. Amethyst, nice. Can trade that for a Soma drop. And, of course. Let's have Kodama use up some of his MP. I don't really know why I have Kodama still around, I just don't really have any good fusions for him. At this point, he'd still be a pretty lame sacrifice, as the amount of experience it took to get him to that level isn't really all that much. Okay, I believe, as I was saying, I believe the exit for this area is on the other side. So let's just head over that way. Sometimes the encounter rate in this game is very kind, and sometimes not so much. I'm almost out of MP, actually, so I do hope we hit the exit soon. Just, out of safety. One nice thing about High Pixie with her Zeo spell is that Pixie has a very high luck stat, so Zeo frequently shocks the enemies. Not quite as overpowered as it was in the first Shin Megami Tensei game, but still a nice thing to have happen. Ah, man, way to make me look like an idiot, game. This dungeon is much longer than I remember it being. Oh, well, at least there's items along the way. Yes, I do. I mean, yes, I am. I am good grammar. This Gozu-Tenno guy sounds pretty powerful. Any more powerful than Matador? We shall see. Let's go down this ladder first. As much as I hate to do this, I'm gonna have to use this chakra pot. Just need the MP to get through here. But, you know, it's better to use the items than just have them sit in your inventory for the whole game. This does look like the correct way to go, but still, we should check out those doors on the other side. That ladder, though, leads to a dead end. Let's see what we got in here. Another spirit. I don't know. This seems like a pretty safe place. I think the mannequins will do fine. Hey, a Wapo. We did see a little bit of that with Kodama's Gonection skill. I think it's supposed to be connection, or maybe it's a joke that I don't understand. Whatever the case, we saw that. Thanks for telling us, though, Wapo. You are no longer my demon. Man, I just had an encounter there that could have gone ugly. Got back attacked by 4 Nazuchis. But luck was on my side. Not sure which of these to put on. Actually, Watatsumi is going to teach me a very good skill soon. Fog Breath. Fog Breath is another one of the game's more famous skills. And we'll be seeing it as soon as I get my next level, which is actually pretty close now. Anything on this side? Another ladder, which presumably will take us the right way. Okay, for a second there I thought it was just a dead end and I was an idiot. Well, you know what? I see a save point over there. We can go get that mystic chest in the next video. Let's take a break here, since we have had a fair amount of things happen here. We haven't reached Ikebukuro yet, but we have defeated Matador and gained access to a new area. So, with that all taken care of, I thank you for watching, my fellow fiends, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, please have a nice day. Goodbye.